You got Mr. Incredible. You got Elastigirl. You got Dash, the daughter,
Flash,
and
Dancer,
Prancer, Connor, and then the bad.
Connor. Who's Connor? Dancer, Prancer, Connor.
Connor and Vincent.
Disturbing the peace with some peace of mind. Sleeping in jeans, I'ma need a night. OD on the cheap advice. OC on the cheapest flight. Lately I've been on the move trying to get to something, but I told her I've been running just to see the sights.
Well,
Welcome back.
welcome back, everyone.
We did it. Well, kind of.
We kind of did it bad, but we did it.
We're at least doing it now. We had a couple weeks off there, as we kind of expected, because we've been busy working away.
Yeah, I
But-
think we're both pretty tired. So,
Definitely
dear
pretty
audience,
tired.
please be nice to us. We're both so
Yeah.
tired.
I was going to say, do you want to just start with apologies right off the bat or save those for the end?
Maybe we have like a first quarter, second quarter, third quarter
Yeah.
apologies, and then end on a big one.
Mm-hmm. First quarter apologies. Sorry for being gone for a couple weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and sorry for being extra sleepy today.
Mm-hmm. I echo what Jake said, and I also want to apologize to the fans. Sorry, fans.
Yeah. We are in Canazei, Italy right now. How's Italy been to you?
Italy's been really good. Our last episode, we were talking about how there's no good food in Europe, and then this whole week we've had
We've
the
been
best
eating
food
those
ever.
words.
yeah. I've had some of the best food I've ever had.
I just had
Some of the best sauce I've ever had.
yeah.
The sauce is great.
I just had 3 cheese truffle soup last night with gnocchi, gorgonzola, and walnuts.
Yeah, and then we had like these magical pickled red onions that are unlike anything I've ever tasted, and horseradish puree.
Yeah.
And then I had beef tartare with truffle, and it was
yeah.
it's been a little out of hand.
so good. But the coffee has still
The
been
coffee's still
garbage.
bad. Yeah, I still haven't had a good cup
It's
of
been
coffee.
really bad coffee.
Yeah,
But
so
that's okay. I brought Sweet Bloom from the homeland, so we're
the
good.
good stuff. So yeah, Canazei's been great. There's a big bike race going on here that we don't have to film, so that's kind of fun. It feels like we're like in some parallel universe where we don't have to work, but we still have to travel for work.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, like we're still with everyone we work with. And they're all working.
And they're all
this
working.
week, and we're doing nothing.
We're eating beef tartare, truffle pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been having a nice little in a normal week out here, we're just grinding, making videos every day, all day long. So now we've just been like taking lifts, looking at mountains, taking pictures of each other.
It's so funny. We'll be like, what do you want to do today? Do you want to go up the beautiful gondola, or do you want to walk around the beautiful town? It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I think I'll take a nap, and then I'll go get ice cream, and then I'll get on the gondola.
Yeah. Yeah. The plan's been like wake up, get the breakfast buffet, and be like, I think I'm going to chill for a bit. And maybe we film this afternoon into the evening. So
It's been very luxurious, but
Pretty-
it's not to last. We start work
Yeah.
again tomorrow.
I know you kind of just like try to soak in all of the downtime possible before it turns into 16-hour work days again.
Yeah, it's true. I think today, after this, I'm like done for the day. It's going to be like
Yeah,
noon, and I'm just
I
going
know.
to throw in the towel.
Yeah. God, pretty good when this is the hardest thing we have to do
Yeah,
all
it's
day.
That's true.
But how's your Instagram flexing been going?
Instagram flexing's been going good. Jake and I, we set a list of things that this trip was sort of dedicated to. And one
Yeah.
of the dedications was Instagram flexing because
We never do it.
we
suck
never
at
do it.
Instagram.
Yeah.
It's not even flexing. It's just posting to Instagram at
Yeah.
all.
I mean, this week, pretty much anything you post is kind of flexing.
That's true.
But yeah, so I posted like 2 Instagram stories, had a meltdown, and deleted every photo on my Instagram.
I was going to say, I feel like you should give us an update on your Instagram because your Instagram has changed in the most classic Schaefer
Yeah.
Nickel style ever.
Yeah, I I took a shift and I decided I'm only going to post stories from now on, and I'm not going to have anything on the grid. And I knew we were going to talk about this, and I was trying to think of a good reason why to do that. And I can't come up with anything. There's no good reason. I just was like, I don't know. One day I was just like, that just sounds good. And then I did it, and it's been great.
Wow.
So,
okay. Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I forget what there's some science effect or something. I forget what it's called, where once you hear about something, you start seeing it everywhere.
Oh, really?
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Maybe you.
It's like with the new car. Like if you like, oh, I really want a red
exactly
Subaru Outback.
yeah. Then you start seeing red
everywhere.
Subaru Outbacks everywhere. Yeah.
Even
exactly.
though where we live, that's every car.
Yeah. Yeah. Good car example. But yeah, same thing. As soon as you did that to your Instagram, I noticed a couple other people that do that as well.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, just don't have any posts, only do stories. Actually, now that I think about it, I think it was just 2 fingerboard accounts. But, you know.
Yeah, that's all you follow anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have any rationale. I hadn't seen anyone else do that before I did it, but it feels good. Like, I don't know, just kind of knowing stuff goes away is comforting, I guess. Like, I know, like if I have something up, it's like, I don't know, some people will see it, most people won't. I live my life, I move on.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I changed is I've just I'm never going to look at DMs again unless it's already someone I've talked to.
Yeah.
Because I like Instagram for the sake of communicating with people. It's kind of almost like another messenger app at this point. So I can't get rid of it completely. But I also don't want a bunch of random people sending me texts.
Yeah.
I just don't really like. I like the support, but I'm not the guy that's going to sit there and type out a long message to someone I don't know. So,
well, probably just because it's overwhelming more than anything.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's overwhelming, and it's just like, it's just a weird thing. Like, that's a weird thing, you know? It's not like back in the good old days, in the times of carrier pigeons, you could just write a letter and send it off to someone and then just get really mad when you don't get one back.
That's true.
Just like sitting there in your candlelit cabin, like, God damn it. They will not write me back.
I have not gotten a carrier pigeon back in 3 years.
I don't like them anymore, even though I don't know them at all.
Do you think you're more likely to make people mad by saying up front that you don't do any DMs, or just leaving a DM on read and never responding?
Probably the latter. But also, I'm kind of a nobody, so I don't think there's a whole lot. I don't think there's like a horde of people outside my door like, message me.
Yeah, fair. I don't think either of us are that way.
Yeah.
But it's just.
I don't think I'm making anyone mad, and if I am, I don't know if I really vibe with that energy so much.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, it seems like more than anything, just the simplicity of that move seems really nice, because I hardly do hard posts on Instagram anyway.
Yeah.
And even some of the old ones that you can see on my profile without even scrolling, I like face palm at. And I'm like, why is that even there? You know?
Dude, yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of like having old bad work remain online, purely for the reason that I've taken so much comfort in looking at other people's old bad posts.
Yeah, sure.
And seeing them improve.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, even though I hate my old bad stuff, I gotta leave it up there.
That's a noble cause. That's a very selfless thing.
I guess. I guess. I don't know.
Well, how are you doing with Instagram flexing? How's it gone? I think you've posted twice on your story.
Yeah, we started off really strong because by some poor organization on my part, we had to share a hotel room the first night here, which just meant we were getting into mischief, climbing on furniture and fingerboarding and stuff.
That was a really fun night.
So I did a good job Instagram flexing then, but since then I've hardly posted anything.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think it's kind of the same thing I've talked about before, where it's 2 reasons. It's one, I don't want anyone else to feel bad about wherever they're at in their life.
Oh yeah,
because I've felt bad about my life seeing other people's stuff, so I never want to do that. And also B, I just don't think about it. Like, when I'm just having fun, like looking at a mountain.
Yeah.
I'm filming on my real camera because I love filming.
Yeah.
I just never think to be like, oh, this would be a good clip for Instagram story.
Dude, and that probably feels so fulfilling already. It's hard to convince yourself that's a problem.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Exactly.
Like, dang it, I'm in the
just
moment.
doesn't come to mind.
Yeah.
But you took one of the biggest steps of all time and did your first Instagram live stream. we were riding first of all, we were riding the scariest ski lift in all of Italy.
Yeah.
Where you get put in this coffin box that dangles from a cable, and they lock you in from the outside. Like, they close a door on you from the outside, latch it, and you're just trapped in this coffin. But anyway, I get out at the bottom of this lift, and Schaefer's in the car behind me, and he gets out and points his camera and just says, "We're live on Instagram." Which is the most out of character thing I could ever see you do.
Well, okay, contextually, there has been, I mean, yeah, we're in Italy right now. I think over the last 3 years, I have heard of 3 gondolas in Italy losing brakes and spinning out and killing everyone.
Yeah.
It happens here like a lot. And so this gondola we're on is like the oldest, scariest gondola I've ever seen. So I'm like, if these are my final moments, you know, it's like,
may as well be
it's
live
like I don't want
Instagram.
to. I don't want to have a story of me being like, "Well, everybody, I'm really scared right now," and then it's up for 24 hours. I was like, I wish I could just share with people my final moments, like, and just have it be like just this right now, you know. So I was like, oh, I'll go on Instagram live, dude. When death is staring you in the eyes and if the horizon of eternity is before you, what do? You live stream.
Live stream it. That's true. That would be an iconic way to go out.
Yeah, so it was pretty fun.
And just ruin so many people too.
Dude, it's so funny how at the most, I think at the most I had like 18 people watching. And I've never felt like more of a superstar in my entire life.
Yeah, that is pretty wild to have 18 people watching you ride a chairlift.
Yeah, I know. And like, I don't know, like, because the more I was recording it and the more I was like sharing it, the more I was like, what if this really is the last thing I ever do? And so then I was getting scared. It was a ride. So
Man, yeah, I wouldn't even know what to do on a live stream.
yeah, I don't think I did either. Well, I was telling you at first I was just pointing it out the window, not saying anything.
Oh yeah.
And then that became a little awkward. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm on the gondola. And it's, So
That's
yeah, it was an
amazing.
experience. It was a growth experience, I'd say. I think I learned and grew.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that ever?
I've live streamed on Fox's Instagram.
Really?
But that was in 2020, and it was just for the sake of interviewing Fox's like head suspension guy, Jordy, who's the guy we work with.
Got it.
So all I was doing was just being like
Your
an
moderator,
interviewer.
Yeah.
And that still felt really strange and odd. If it was just me on a live stream, I would have no idea what to do.
Dude.
I at least like was able to have a conversation with someone else.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, mine was easier too because it was like there was obviously something happening and all that, so it wasn't like I had nothing to talk about.
True.
But
You weren't just sitting in your room.
yeah, either way, I definitely it's so funny. Once I ended it, I felt 2 things. One, just like I just got off a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know if that was the
You had,
gondola
like,
or
an
the
adrenaline high
Yeah, I
after you
did.
hung
I did.
up.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the gondola or if that was the live stream. So I felt that. And then I also just felt so dirty. I was like, who do I think I am?
Yeah. That's a problem both of us have. That
Yeah.
maybe we'll get over someday. but
Yeah. It was pretty wild. So anyway,
Yeah.
there's the Instagram
I know.
updates.
I feel dirty just posting a story.
Yeah, it
but-
definitely does not make you feel good ever. Like,
yeah.
it's super weird.
But this is a random aside to that I just thought of. One of those, I think it's literally 3 different lift accidents that have happened here in Italy. One of them,
I'm really scared about what you're going to say next.
one of them, the reason it happened, well, what happened was it started going backwards, and it started going backwards rapidly and like throwing people off the lift at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
But the reason it happened is because the lift system was giving some warning that the emergency brake system had a failure. And so their solution to that warning was to just disable the emergency brake system. They were like, "Oh
No
shoot.
way.
There's a it's basically like the check engine light.
Yeah.
It was the check emergency brake
Check
light
engine
was
light
on.
comes on and you
they
floor it
said,
to the
"Oh,"
mechanic.
yeah.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, screw that. Let's just turn off the emergency brakes so we don't have the emergency brake light anymore."
No way.
And sure enough, it failed, and the emergency brakes weren't engaged at all, and it just ran backwards and threw people off.
Oh my gosh. Well, the thing about the coffin lift we were on is, like you said, it locks from the outside. So if anything goes wrong, you go flying off the cable out into the whoever, at the best case, you go into like a field.
Yeah.
Worst case, you get thrown down a cliff.
You're basically like one of those spaceship escape pods
Yeah,
that you see in
yeah,
movies. You're
yeah.
just in a little pod, just like falling to earth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so insane. And so, yeah, at first I was like, because when that happens on a chairlift, I'm always on a chairlift thinking, if anything goes wrong, I'm just jumping. Like,
Yeah.
my legs
Then
will
you'll
heal.
break your
Yeah,
legs,
exactly.
but you'll
Yeah.
get surgery and be okay.
Right, exactly. With that, I'm just like, I'm in the Tootsie Roll of death. And there's nothing I can do about that. It's like, I'm going to get a
Yeah.
concussion. I'm
Oh,
going to break both
God.
my arms. It's going
Oh.
to be bad. So,
And then you're gonna still be locked inside a steel cage once you fall.
yeah, which is like, I don't feel like I'm a very like fearful person of hardly anything. Like, I'm not scared of heights. I'm not scared of, and I'm certainly not scared of chairlifts and gondolas, but I think it's just being in Italy in a gondola shaped like a coffin next to, a resort where they've had, tons of
Yeah.
people die on gondola. It just was not the same thing.
Yeah, that is funny because you get to the top of the coffin lift and then you're just like scrambling rocks that you should definitely have ropes and helmet.
Yeah,
and
I
harness
know,
on, but
I
you're
know.
just
It's
like,
so
"Doo, doo,
stupid.
doo,
I
doo."
know, it's so stupid. I know. It's like that whole like you're scared to fly, but you're more likely to die on the drive to the airport thing. It's like, oh, the gondola that hundreds of people ride every single day.
Yeah.
Anyway, gondolas. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, you got any more thoughts on Instagram before I bring up the next hard-hitting topic? I was gonna say I don't know what it is, but I mean, apart from my own internal struggles of posting on Instagram, Instagram just feels more fun to me lately.
Yeah, I mean, you have posted twice, so you've got to
I've
be getting a
posted
real
twice.
thrill out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when they rolled out Reels, and I should have learned my lesson by now because it's the classic Instagram thing to copy other people's idea. We all say it's stupid, and then we just eventually go back
Yeah.
to Instagram being the main thing that
Yeah.
we use. But
It's true.
I don't know. They're just doing it right. Like I like it.
Wow, that is a crazy twist. You and me just like, oh man, Instagram really bums me out and I'm really spiraling and I don't want to flex and all this. And then I like it.
I like it. I like using it. I don't like posting to it, but I like
Yeah.
using it just because it gives me any other short form content thing usually just gives me like memes and trends and like things that make me feel gross.
Mhm.
But Instagram, I feel like can just give me these little pockets of inspiration,
Yeah.
like creative inspiration that are just like refreshing.
No,
That-
it's true.
Yeah.
It really is true. Like I distinctly remember a time, whether on this podcast or maybe it was just talking, we were like, I think Instagram's got like a couple months left and then
Yeah.
it's the new Facebook. But I don't know. I enjoy it. Of all the apps, I'm not gonna open Facebook. I'm not gonna open really anything other than Instagram or the stupid YouTube Studio Death Cycle app.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It seems to be all right.
And that's why
We're really
y'all-
getting to the
that's
bottom
why
of it
y'all-
on this one.
That's why we have such a successful show here. That's why the people keep coming
Instagram, there's
back.
good, there's bad. It
Instagram.
is what it is.
It's pretty good. Anyway, next topic.
The only other thing I want to talk about on that front is what you were saying about like I don't want anyone to feel like I think both of us have been doing a thing where we'll have a shared photo album with don't tell me your microphone's off.
No, it's good.
Okay,
It's
okay,
good.
okay. Well, we both have shared photo albums with like one or two people specifically. So
Yeah.
while you're going throughout your day, you take photos of like stuff like your delicious Italian
Yeah.
beef tartare or whatever, and then you post it in the Apple Photos album, and then the other person sees it, and then they can post stuff from their day, right?
Yeah.
So I think both of us have been doing that. Even that's getting hard for me because I'm like, I'm kind of doing some cool stuff right now, and I'm not trying to like, and that's the thing too. Like I'm with the people I have those albums with, I'm genuinely excited when they post anything to it.
Yeah.
It feels so exciting, and I'm so
Totally.
engaged with it. But then when, it's like, I don't know, like yesterday I uploaded, we were on the surface of the moon and we were on top of this mountain that's like all chalky white and it looks so cool. And I just posted a photo of that and it's like the coolest thing ever. And I just felt bad.
I felt bad. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that.
I don't know. It's the ultimate first world problem.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's just it's a weird dichotomy of the job we have where it's like you feel so lucky to get to travel to these beautiful places and make videos. Like it feels
Well,
just
this is
feels
a huge.
unfair.
This feels like a huge minority of our time too. Like most of the time, we are just grinding so hard that
Yeah.
we're like falling apart.
Yeah.
So
totally.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't need to justify anything. I don't know. I just am confused.
Yeah. And dude, how much time would you say you spend at a laptop screen? Like doing this job in general throughout the year?
Too much.
It's so much
It's
of our
so
life.
much. I know.
So
Yeah, I'm scared to look at. I would be really scared to average out my screen time
Yeah.
report because
Yeah.
it would be.
It's a weird
depressing.
juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Like for sure. Like you get to do really cool stuff making the video, but then
Yeah.
80% of the time is going through that footage.
That's
and
why I'm
working
gonna
on
get the Apple Google Glass mask.
it. Yeah.
That makes it so
Dude.
it feels like I don't have a screen in front of me, even though I'm just frying my retinas.
Yeah. That way you can always be editing videos while you're living your life.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
What do you think about we may as well talk about the Apple Vision. We're a little behind the announcement by now, but
Yeah, hey,
It's
that's
still
par for the course
fairly-
with us. We just talked
Yeah.
about how Instagram is subpar.
yeah.
Let's talk about the Apple Vision
Talk
3
about
weeks
Apple
late.
Vision mask.
It's
First
pretty
impressions.
cool.
It's
all
good.
right. It's good.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Some people are gonna like it. Other people's might not.
But hey, they'll improve it and it'll get better.
That's kind of a joke, but that's pretty much exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be really cool to have a big giant editing monitor the size of the Eiffel Tower in front of you whenever you want.
Yeah.
But I don't need it right now. And
Yeah.
I think it needs to be lighter weight and do more for me to spend $3,000 on it.
Yeah.
And also I just probably wouldn't do that anyway. For a while I was like, oh, I might just like get in on that and not fall behind and become irrelevant.
Dude, I had a wild thought the other day that just it typically is not how my mind works at all.
Okay,
so I was
I'm
kind of
gripped.
surprised that my brain had this thought.
Yeah.
You know how people currently will pay like $50,000 for a brand new, still in the box, still factory sealed iPhone original?
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I should buy an Apple Vision Pro and just never open it.
That's not the worst
Just keep
idea.
it in the wrapping because
Yeah.
it's like the first of its kind. And it's
Yeah.
been so long since there's been an Apple product like that.
Yeah.
That's just a true new whole thing. And I was
Man, that could go
like,
one
maybe
of
I
two
should.
ways.
I know exactly. I was like, because I'm so not a investment businessy guy, but I was
Yeah.
like, okay, $3,500. I would have to wait like 15 years.
Yeah.
And maybe it would be worth $10,000 by then. Maybe it would be worth 40,000. Maybe it would be worth 200 by then.
Maybe it would be worth 200 million by then.
Maybe. But wait, how long has it been since the iPhone came out? It came out in like
I think
2006.
it's only been like 15 years or something.
Yeah. Okay. So I only got to wait 15 years to make $100 million.
All right.
That's
Well,
pretty
that seems
good.
all right. Yeah, it's a pretty good return on the investment.
All right,
That
I'm
would be
doing it.
super funny if like most of their sales were people doing that.
Yeah. No one uses it.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
just
yeah.
buys it and puts it in a box.
I'm just still not really sold on the whole thing. Like, I've heard some compelling arguments, like with the laptop thing. It's like
Yeah.
it's not meant to be this thing you wear all the time, always. It's a thing that you use for productivity and all this sort of thing. I'm like, okay, I get that, but here's the part of it that I don't like compared to my laptop. You got your stupid arms out in front
For
of you.
audio
you do-
listeners, Shaver's just waving his hands around in the air.
Yeah, looking around like a madman. Like, I don't know. That just, I like,
yeah.
even just typing is hard enough for me. I'm so bad at typing, and I don't even like that part of it. If I had to move my
Like,
arms
actually-
and like scroll and like Apple
Yeah.
condense, I hate that.
Yeah. I don't love the idea of it, but it sure sounds a lot better to me than just like doing this nonstop.
Yeah, that's
Looking
true.
at my phone and moving my thumb until my thumb has carpal tunnel. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I could see a nice future where it's just a pair of glasses and it's way more like just speech based.
but the thing that's nice about carpal tunnel thumb is you're either in or you're out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's
With
true.
that one, the line is so blurry, and I don't really like
it
that.
is scary to just be fully in
yeah,
all the time.
Yeah.
But you can still take the glasses off.
Yeah, and then you'll be a no glasses loser. And everyone will make fun of you and spill milk on you at the lunchroom.
No way, man.
At digital lunch.
There will eventually, just like the film photography kids or the cool kids, there's going to be a future where everyone has Apple glasses on and the cool kid is just wearing normal glasses.
Hey, can you iMessage? It's like EYE message.
Yeah.
Can you iMessage me a picture of your digital milk? And he's like,
Like,
No.
no, dude.
I can't.
These are, what's a glasses brand?
Banana Republic.
These are
I
Banana
don't think
Republic.
that's a glasses brand. Oh, Maui Jim. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, Maui Jim. I could think of one time when the Apple goggles.
Airplane.
Yep. Like, especially for us,
Yeah.
since currently we do a bunch of back and forth international travel.
Uh-huh.
Man, that's probably the only thing that makes me go, oh, those would be pretty sick. To be able to just sit on a plane, be in whatever world you want with a movie theater size screen.
Yeah.
Or be, I don't know, sitting on a motorcycle.
What? Oh, like not really. Like
Like not really, but you're sitting in
right,
an airplane.
right.
Getting
It's
on
like,
a
I'm not-
motorcycle.
I'm not gonna use it on a motorcycle. That much I know. Okay, I was thinking about that too, but okay, picture this: you get in the thing, you're flying like economy class because you're nobody like me,
Yeah.
and you're sitting next to the guy, and they got the thing where there's 3 seats and 2 outlets between the seats.
Yeah.
And you're in digital outer space, like doing this next to the guy next to you, like smacking him in the his arm keeps hitting him in the nose.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, he unplugged your stupid goggles. And you have like, because I already do this with my laptop, like fighting over that outlet.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to do that, but you have goggles on, you do not have the upper hand. But then
True.
you could look at them because you can see your eyes through them, you know, and you could look at them and your eyes turn red.
Oh.
And you go, give me the outlet.
Oh, I never thought of that'd be sick if you could customize how your eyes look in them.
Definitely, you're gonna be
It
able
just
to.
look
For
extra
sure,
scary, and then have a voice changer also.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Voice changer would be so sick. I don't even want the, dude. I don't even want that like virtual reality thing. I just want goggles that make my eyes turn red and have a
Yeah.
voice changer on them, like
Yeah.
a cereal box spy thing. It'd be
I think-
super fun.
I think Razer was kind of prototyping something like that when COVID mask time was at its peak.
Yeah,
Razer announced like a mask they were making that was this crazy Star Wars looking futuristic thing with LED
I seem
lights
to
and voice
remember
changers
that.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That sounds
Yeah.
so cool. Someone do that. Like, let's get back to making stuff that's not useful.
Yeah, let's make
Yeah,
stuff fun
Make
again.
stuff fun again. Everything's for work and
Where's the
productivity.
fun stuff?
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Apple Vision, check.
Dude, last case scenario where it would be sick.
Uh-huh.
So we all thought by now we would
Roller
have-
coaster.
Dude,
Dude.
put a pin in that thought.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
We all pictured this future where we'd have flying cars by now, right? Like
Mhm.
four-dimensional cities.
4-dimensional cars.
Where like roads just stack on each other and the cars fly above. So
Yeah,
there's no
yeah, yeah.
traffic. We don't have that.
Right.
But you could drive your car wearing the goggles and just make it look like you're flying while you're driving, and it could show you the direction and everything normal, but it could just make the road disappear and make it look like you're 100 feet in the air. Who needs flying cars?
Oh my God, you'd be so gripped driving because you'd be like, if your car stalls, you're like, no.
Oh God! Every stoplight, you're just like, "Ah."
Yeah. That's a really good idea.
Thanks.
And then, so what's the problem with roller coasters?
They're too jerky.
No. The problem with roller coasters is you can see what's coming.
Oh.
So what I
Not on
propose,
the Wild Chipmunk at Lakeside.
well, yeah, that thing is a whole nother. that thing's a whole nother. You could land in the lake on that thing. But so what I propose is a roller coaster where you put the goggles on and it still looks like a roller coaster.
Oh, but it deletes the
turns-
track.
Well, no, not that.
Oh.
It still has a track. It's just the track will go this way, but the real roller coaster
my
will go
God.
that way. Yeah.
Oh, that might kill you.
I know.
You'd be prepping for like a hard left turn
And
and,
then
it
you
just
just
shoots
whoa!
you right.
Yeah, you get whiplash.
Oh, your whiplash would be terrible.
Yeah, it like looks like a big loop, and then you just go
Oh,
super dip.
dude! And can you imagine the motion sickness?
No.
Everyone would be
No.
puking.
Dude, we've been just driving up and down this mountain to the cool lookout spot a couple
Oh,
times. I get
yeah.
car sick every time
Oh,
we drive up
no.
that. I would be a dead man.
Oh man, dang yeah.
So congratulations, Apple. You've created the perfect roller coaster edition.
Wow, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I know.
Huh. There has to be a ton of really great applications just like that. No
Just
one's
like that
thinking
and
of.
flying cars, real cars app.
Oh, like food.
Okay.
You could imagine this blissful future where we don't have any good food left on the planet. All we have is like MREs, or
Uh-huh.
like camp food.
Yeah.
But while you're eating camp food, it makes it look like you're eating like a steak and potato dinner.
That seems really useful. That sounds like super effective. I don't think that would make you sad at all. That's a really interesting thought. It's kind of like Willy Wonka when they're like, I can feel the tomato soup running down my throat. But you can't.
Yeah.
It just looks like tomato
Oh.
soup.
Yeah.
It's really just oil water because that's all we had.
Yeah. Never mind. That was a stupid idea.
No, I mean, there's something there. There's something there.
Next riveting
Next topic.
Did you watch Ryan Trahan's Penny series last
I
summer?
did. Yeah, I did.
Did you hear it's back?
No, I did not.
He's making another one.
No way. Same
Yeah.
same shtick, same
I don't
gimmick.
know. He's teasing it.
Wow.
He's being a little mysterious, and it's coming back in July.
Hmm.
And I think it said something about like Penny series far from home or away from home.
Oh, like the
Something
Spider-Man
like that.
thing.
Oh, I don't know.
You know, it's like Spider-Man Galaxy Away from Home or whatever.
Oh.
People love those Spider-Man movies, huh?
I guess.
People love those Spider-Man movies, huh? I don't know what the deal is with that.
Yeah, the Spider-Verse. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah. But then the first one was something about home. Spider-Man goes
way
home.
back home.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't really like
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Man, Spider-Man was my favorite superhero.
Really?
Like, especially as a kid.
Yeah.
I loved Spider-Man. Action figures.
My favorite
comic
superhero
books.
is Edna Mode.
Edna Mode is not a superhero.
She's the
She's
ultimate
She's a
superhero.
talented
You know why?
lady.
She's a superhero because she supports her super friends.
If we're all super, no one's super.
No,
She's
you're
not
thinking
super.
of the other guy, Laser Man. What's the bad guy in The Incredibles?
Oh, yeah, he's not super either.
What's his name?
The bad guy,
Yeah, what's his name?
Mr. Anti-Incredible, Mr. Ordinary,
No, it's not Mr. Ordinary, and it's not Mr.
Mr.
Anti-Incredible.
Credible.
The Credible.
Incredible.
It's
Dr.
not Laser.
Average.
It's not Dr. Average. It's
Oh, Vortex.
It's not Vortex either.
He's the Piranha Gun guy.
Piranha Gun guy.
Yeah.
No,
Are you sure?
I think you're thinking of Despicable Me.
Oh, what's his name?
Gru.
No, the bad guy with the piranha gun.
Oh my God, Vector. That's Vector.
Vector. Okay, that's who I was
Yeah,
thinking.
no. It's the guy with the really crazy stand-up hair, and then
Yeah.
you got Frozone, who's the best friend who can't find a super suit.
Uh-huh.
You got Mr. Incredible. You got Elastigirl. You got Dash, the daughter,
Flash,
and
Dancer,
Dancer,
Prancer.
Prancer, Connor, and then the bad.
Connor. Who's Connor? Dancer, Prancer, Connor.
Connor and Vincent. That's
Right.
That's kind of more of a festive chat we can have later in the year. But what's the bad guy's name? Do you want to do this? Because I
kind of want to do it just because I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna remember.
can you
it.
picture him though? He
I
makes
can
all of
picture
the
him. Yeah, he looks like my 10th grade social studies teacher,
Okay.
Mr. Griffin. Shout out Mr. Griffin.
Shout out Mr. Griffin.
Yeah. But
Because remember at the beginning when he's trying to help Mr. Incredible.
yeah, he like sells insurance or something.
No. At the very beginning where he almost gets himself killed because he's trying to help Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible's like, "You don't have superpowers, idiot."
Oh yeah, because he's a little kid.
Yeah, and he's like, "I'm."
Yeah. What's the point?
Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on though. Even though we don't know his name, what a crazy movie, huh? Because it's like the moral of the story is some people are special, some people aren't. If you try to be special, fuck you. You shouldn't. You're gonna get everyone
Whoa.
killed.
I guess that is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not born special,
You
Deal with
shouldn't
it.
even try
Be
to
a
be. You're gonna
normie.
get everyone in trouble and everyone's gonna get hurt. You're gonna destroy a city.
oh,
And your hero, your hero will become your biggest adversary.
but what about Edna? She's not special, but she becomes special.
That's why she's my favorite superhero, is because she kind of stays in her lane, you know?
Oh.
She's not trying to be anything she's
not trying to be a superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just a super fan, really.
So she's not a superhero. So she can't.
Right.
Be your
Well, she's not
favorite
special.
superhero.
She's definitely not special.
Well, then you got to pick a new favorite superhero. Because
Yeah.
you just derailed us saying that Edna Mode was your favorite superhero, and she's not even a superhero.
My second favorite superhero is Batman's butler. What's his name?
Batman's not a superhero. Neither is his butler.
Because he
'Cause
doesn't have actual
Batman doesn't have
magical powers.
powers.
Okay.
He's just a rich dude with cool gadgets.
He's exactly like the bad guy in The Incredibles,
Oh, he is.
whose name is...
Bruce Banner.
No, that's not it. Bruce
Mr.
Banner.
Man.
I don't know. Okay, we'll never figure this out.
Why did you bring up Spider-Man?
Why were we talking about?
I was saying something and you brought up Spider-Man and said, that's a crazy thing, huh? People
Look at
love
the notes.
Spider-Man.
Where did we start?
We
What
were.
were we talking about?
Oh, we
the
were
Penny
talking about
series.
the Penny series.
And then it's called Ryan
yeah.
Trahan's
It's
No
called
Way Home.
Way Back
Into
Home,
the Pennyverse.
Into the Ryan verse.
Yeah. Okay.
Why did you bring up Spider?
Because it's
Oh, okay,
'Cause of the
right,
name.
right. So Ryan Trahan,
right.
Penny series,
Right.
It's coming back. I'm guessing it's gonna be somewhere not America because it's not at home. Is your microphone working?
No, it's still working. I just
Oh,
got
good.
1 bar on the battery, but it only has 3 bars, so that could mean a lot of
okay.
different things.
Okay. Well, he's making a new Penny series,
Got it.
and if anyone's unfamiliar with the Penny series that Ryan did last summer, it's just a daily series for a month where he lives off of 1 penny and makes his way across the country.
Right.
Really good. Honestly, one of
It
my
is
favorite
really.
things
It
on
is
all
actually
of YouTube.
really good. I have very little bad to say about it.
Yeah, really, really good. And I don't know what to say other than like, well, I do know what to say.
He's a one-trick pony.
I'm stoked it's stoked it's coming back, and I really like the idea of daily videos with an end date. And
like a series.
Yeah, and basically where I'm going with all this is I wanted to tie it into what you and I are doing currently, because right now we're making daily videos for these mountain bike races, and we've had conversations with each other where we're like, why do people watch this? Like, it's pretty much the same thing every single time. Like, now that we've been doing it a while, we know what we're doing. The video structure and flow is very, very similar. And so I asked myself, why do people watch these? But then I zoom out to those Ryan Trahan Penny videos. Every single video for a month straight is pretty much the same thing. He wakes up and goes, oh man, I got to find a way to make money today. But first, I'm drinking an iced coffee. And then he gets his iced coffee and you're like, oh yeah, he does get iced coffee every day. And it makes you really happy. And then he's like, okay, time to find a way to make money. And that's like the only thing that's different every day. He's like, today I'm selling pictures. Today I'm mowing lawns. But then he's like, oh, whew, good thing I made enough money for a hotel tonight. See you tomorrow. And it's
You know
just
what's
like,
really kind of crazy is that's so similar to my actual life. I wake up and I go, oh man, I gotta make money today. I guess I'll get an iced coffee.
wow, yeah.
But yeah, no, I get what you're saying for sure. It's like
I think there's
not a ton of innovation in the format. It's just almost like nice to know.
There's a lot of value in familiarity. Just like getting to wake up every day and like during that Ryan Penny series, it's really exciting to wake up every day and just be like, cool, I get this familiar part of my day once again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No, I do think, I mean, that's why podcasts in general, I feel like are nice. It's like,
yeah, it's nothing.
well, anything I say from here is going to be like kind of a compliment to myself.
That's why Friends with Benedicts is so
It's not a
nice.
podcast.
Wait, what?
Friends with Benedicts is not a podcast.
What is it?
It's an experience.
Oh, that's right.
It's a virtual reality. It's a 2-dimensional virtual reality experience.
Wait. Don't derail us. What's the...
Sorry.
What's the... Well, I mean, what's the thing you can't say without complimenting
Oh, just like,
yourself?
well, I was like, that's why podcasts are nice. And then anything that follows that,
Oh.
you know what I mean? Because it's like, I was like, that's why podcasts are nice, is because the hosts are always so handsome and charismatic.
So fun to listen to.
It's so fun to listen to.
Drop such interesting comments like Instagram
so-
is good.
They're so likable and
Apple Vision goggles.
insightful. Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
cool.
So anyway, I'm excited to watch that. That's cool. It's coming back. He's a good guy. I'd like to hang out with him.
He's a good guy, I hope.
We
don't know.
He's all right.
We don't know him.
Yeah.
He could be a massive piece of shit.
Pros and cons. Could be great,
He seems cool,
but maybe not.
but who knows?
Either way, he'll keep growing and getting better.
Yeah. So
I'd like to rate everything we've talked about this entire podcast right now. I'm going to rate whatever the first thing we talked about was a 5 out of 10. I'm going to rate Apple Vision
Instagram, okay.
Pro a 5 out of 10.
Apple 5.
I'm going to rate Ryan Trahan 5 out of 10.
Incredibles.
5 out of 10 except Edna. She's a 10 out of 10.
What about spaghetti westerns?
All right.
What do you rate
What do
those?
you mean?
Well, I've heard that word thrown around.
We're gonna talk about spaghetti westerns and just that we don't know what they are.
No,
Okay.
I just learned what they
Oh,
are.
okay, all right.
Do you know what they are?
No,
Turns out, as we sit here in Italy,
don't tell me they're made in Italy.
spaghetti westerns are just westerns made in Italy by Italian directors.
Really?
Yeah, because they at the times when westerns were really popular, there was one Italian director, I forget his name, who made westerns, and people loved them, and it was way cheaper to make here. So a bunch of the Clint Eastwood movies, it's just a spaghetti western if it was in Italy.
Well, that's random.
Yeah, and
That's
it also
very
turns out
random.
they were more edgy. They were more gory and violent.
Oh, because they
than-
probably didn't have because all their gondolas break all the time in Italy.
I think because they just had I don't know, they were like removed from the real western enough that they could just
just
dream big, you know.
dang, that's kind of cool.
So
Congrats, Italy.
yeah, spaghetti western. Also, why spaghetti? There's so many better pastas.
Yeah. I agree.
Imagine if it was called
Linguine.
linguine, tagliatelle westerns.
That would be cool. That would be super cool.
So yeah, that was spaghetti westerns. What do you rate that portion of the podcast?
5.
Yes.
I'm going with an even 5 because who knows? The ones made in Italy could be better. They could be worse. You know what's funny is I consider myself someone that loves westerns,
Really?
and I think I've seen 2.
Okay. I was just about to say, I don't think I can provide any further opinions because I have not seen a single western.
I
so
always
I'm glad
like
we have
'em.
an expert with us.
Dude, I always like them. I am an expert. I am an expert. That is true. I always am like, when a new Western comes out, I'm like, oh yeah, sick, a new Western. I love to see it. And then I don't ever see it.
Are people still making westerns?
I only have 2% on my camera too.
How is your camera at 7%? Mine's at 53.
Wait, mine's at 7? Mine's at 2.
Oh my gosh.
I think I might have started with a dead battery.
Well, would you like to kick off the apologies to the people of why this podcast is cut short?
could we kind of just put a new battery in?
Oh yeah, you could put a new battery in.
Okay, people. Intermission.
Brief pause. I'll just sit here. Oh, do you have a battery with you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Just keep talking and we shouldn't even cut this.
Oh, great. Well, there's a new live action Avatar coming out, but don't worry, people. It's not Blue People Avatar. It's the actual best Avatar ever. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Wow, this is great. We should do Just Me segments more often so I can talk about things I love without. Hey, hey, you without the mic, pipe down over there. Because, as I was saying, I can talk about things I love without getting ridiculed. So, back to Avatar: The Last Airbender.
And we're back.
No.
You know what I hate?
Damn it. Everything felt so peaceful for a minute.
Dude,
I
I gotta
felt
be
like-
careful or I'm gonna get recast. I told you I liked Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I know. I'm just fooling around.
Gosh, dude, if only there was a podcast where it was just me and I didn't have to be ridiculed.
No, it was funny though, because me and Shafe were walking around town, and I was like, "Dude, did you hear there's a new live action Avatar coming out?" And Shafe was just like, "Wow, you're really taking this Avatar thing serious, aren't you?"
I was like, you are like abnormally excited. Like that's not even a joke.
It's
I
not
can
even
tell
a
you're
joke
stoked.
anymore. Now I'm being serious. But yeah, I was not talking about Blue People Avatar. I was talking about The Last Airbender. And I guess since we're here now, we may as well address it. Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of my favorite things. Great work of art. Enter M. Night Shyamalan,
Mm-hmm.
one of my former favorite directors.
Wow.
M. Night Shyamalan
He directed Stuart Little
enters
too.
the scene. Directed great films such as Stuart Little 2.
I think
Signs,
maybe
Sixth Sense.
right.
He had some old great ones. And then, anyway, point is,
Yep.
M. Night Shyamalan walks onto the scene, decides to make Avatar Last Airbender, destroys it, makes it horrible. Now, they announce a new live series coming with the original creators going to be a part of it. So everyone's stoked.
Yeah.
Now it turns out they've been on set and the original creators walked off and said there's too many creative differences. We can't be a part of this anymore. So it's ruined. My favorite series, once again, will have a failed live action attempt.
Dude, I'm still waiting for the last season of Teen Titans. So. But
Man.
yeah, the Avatar thing is crazy.
Speaking of things that have not entered my brain in years, Teen Titans. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. The whole thing going on with the airbender thing is crazy.
Yeah, anyway, that whole airbender thing, that's wild.
Do you know who the director is of the new one?
No,
Oh.
but I don't like him.
All right.
No, I don't know. I'm sure they're great. I'm sure they're a great person.
No, because it's Netflix, isn't it?
yeah.
So they're not great.
What does that mean? They might be.
No.
Netflix
doesn't
is
make
just the
anything-
money. They're just the money. You know, they just
Yeah,
throw money
maybe.
at people.
And then they cancel everything people like. And
Yeah,
then they
that's
keep the
true.
BS going. It's way
That's
too.
true.
Netflix does not. They don't get it.
I don't know. Netflix, they support some good people.
Yeah.
Like
they
Matt
do.
D'Avella. He got some Netflix money.
Yeah. But they never, the minimalist documentary part 3 never came out.
Yet.
Yeah. Dude,
They
I don't
just
know.
did too.
It's kind of crazy how, like a couple of years ago, minimalism was like the whole thing, and like those guys were just like, they were like prophets from
Yeah,
the future
they
that
became
came back to
cult
save
leaders,
everyone. Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
and then now like nobody cares.
No one cares. Yeah. Which, I mean, on a whole different note, how scary would that be to just like build your life's work and career off of a lifestyle that suddenly no one cares about anymore? And you just be like, now what do I
Okay,
do?
that would be true of any guru other than the minimalists, because at the peak of it, they're like, we had 2 million listeners on this week's episode. We got to cut that down.
That's true.
We need to only have the ones we need.
They're finally living the dream.
Yeah, no
They're
one.
like,
no one's,
thank God we're only getting like 6 views now.
yeah,
We're-
this is what we always
This is what
wanted.
we wanted. Minimal views, minimal money.
Minimal money, minimal happiness, minimal satisfaction. Sorry, minimalist. I'm gonna throw in a quick apology to the minimalist podcast.
Yeah, me too. Because
A little one though, a little small
little
one,
one.
that fits in the corner, and
yeah,
um,
because I really did love that first doc when it came out. I haven't
I
seen
did too.
the second
The
one.
second one is very culty. It goes from like
Oh,
a
I haven't
fun,
seen it.
different way of thinking to like join us.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
Dang.
yeah. Anyway,
So are you a maximalist now? Or
I'm
have you always been?
I'm a hold on, let me think of a word for it really quick, because I could definitely come up with a word for it. I am a chaoticist.
Whoa.
Chaoticism is when
Sounds like a terrible disease.
it does. Chaoticism is when you only have things for a split second and then you lose it.
Yeah. It turns out that is a disease that's infectious because you've given that to me.
I know. When Jake and I started traveling together, he was literally like
Dude,
like you held
I
everything
was
together.
put together,
Yeah.
had everything organized, never lost anything.
Yeah.
And now
Now
I'm a disaster.
and I haven't gotten any better. You've just gotten as bad as me.
Dude, I've already left. I left a battery somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I left a power adapter somewhere. I left my skateboard in Austria.
Yeah.
Um,
That sounds a lot like me. I left $1,000 worth of bike wheels in Austria.
Oh, yeah.
I think Austria is cursed.
Oh, maybe it is just the Austrian elves.
Yeah, we were
Taking
pretty.
stuff.
I shouldn't really say that. I shouldn't throw that word around, but I was convinced the hotel was haunted.
Yeah, that would explain my missing skateboard.
Yeah, it was probably the ghost of who's a skateboarder that died. Ryan Lay.
Mm.
I think that's a skateboarder who died.
Okay.
It's the only one I know of. Anyway, what else you got on that list of yours? I like the whole thing where like a lot of podcasts are so concerned with smooth transitions.
Yeah.
And to me, when they do the smooth transition thing and they go, speaking of underwater houses, did you hear about the new underwater house?
And you like
usually
the
it
idea of
has to
just
be more of a
saying
leap than that.
next topic.
For me to just I like it when there's like a hard end and we go. And so concludes that topic.
Yeah.
Now,
well, I mean, I just kind of 10 minutes before we did this wrote down a bunch of random ideas of things I saw and things I was thinking about.
Mhm.
And I did not think we would get anywhere close to getting through spaghetti westerns and Avatar and Apple Vision and Ryan Trahan and Instagram. So I only have one thing left on my list, but you just got
We'll
a
end
look
with
of
that.
wonder
We'll
in
end
your
with
face.
that. Speaking of underwater houses, did you hear about this submarine business? This is actually
It's sinking.
no. This
It's
is
going under.
no. Well, this is
It's in deep trouble.
oh my god. This might be the first time we've actually like been kind of punctual on something that's happening.
It's
There's-
taking on water.
Yeah, it is. So there's this company that was basically selling these luxury submarine tours of the Titanic wreckage. And so
Whoa.
for $250,000, you could go down in a submarine and go float around the Titanic, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were 5 people in one of them that went down a couple days ago, and they couldn't find the submarine. They
Wait, the
just never came
submarine
back
tour
up.
went down?
Submarine goes down to the Titanic. They're going boom, boom, and they're
Whoa.
looking around the Titanic, and then they can't. They never came back up, and then they couldn't find it. So then I think
Whoa.
yesterday they found out something went wrong, and it had a pressure collapse, and it just crushed the submarine like a pop can.
What?
Yeah, and 5 people died.
No.
Yes. So yeah, you were right about all the stuff you said.
Are we talking like Russian steel-clad bullet-looking submarines with the tiny windows?
We're
and then
talking
the-
like
the
Waterworld looking
telescope
underwater
thing?
ride thing.
So like little bubble cars?
No, like kind of between bubble cars and what you're talking about.
Okay. I'm just trying to get an accurate mental picture
So
here.
an accurate mental picture is picture a white soda can, and the only way you can open it is with 16 industrial like bolts.
on
And
top.
so I think it was in the front. So there was like this glass dome that goes in front, and they bolted on.
Okay.
And the only way out was for people to take the bolts out from the outside.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
This is sounding similar to an Italian chairlift.
Honestly, yeah. Oh, full circle ending. Yeah. So if this submarine was a chairlift,
Yeah.
the chairlift went.
Wait, is it like a Disney ride through the Titanic and there's a rail system that your car goes on?
No,
Dang, that would be sick.
there's. I don't know if it would, because apparently it's so deep that it can crush you and kill you in 2 seconds.
Okay. As a former engineer,
Uh huh.
it's a relatively simple calculation to know what pressure occurs at what depth. So
Right.
who the heck is allowing commercial submarine tours that'll crush
It's
you?
the same deal with like going to space, like all the billionaire people going to space, where it's like there's a chance the rocket blows up, but you're rich, so
Oh, was it like rich people?
Yeah,
tours?
it was like extreme tourism.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, I thought this was like a common thing they're just doing all the time.
No, but the guys driving the little pop can submarine bubble car was like the CEO of this company that does these tours, and he got mushed.
Okay.
So
Dang.
yeah,
Wait, the CEO got mushed?
Mhm.
Why was he taking the tour?
he was guiding the tour. Someone has to drive it, Jake.
He's a CEO and a tour guide.
He was.
Well, that guy had it coming.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So the take we're gonna stick with is they had it coming. All right.
Everyone knows you hire some fresh out of college kid to guide your submarine tours. You don't lead the submarine tour when you're the CEO.
Okay. I'm gonna say something that's gonna make this a lot less funny.
Oh no.
So yes, everyone on the ship was like very rich, but one of them was the son of the guy that was really rich. Yeah, so that was sad. That was sad.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all of this is really sad.
Yeah.
My brain just like tells me this isn't real, but when you actually do think about it, it's like really sad.
I know, no, it is for sure, but I think there's something about dying on a submarine that's just kind of honorable no matter
It is
what.
pretty, yeah. I mean, hey, of ways to go out, that's a pretty cool way.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are saying like,
Probably
you know,
quick.
the Titanic is like a grave. It's like digging up a grave,
Oh.
and I get that, for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, and then
Oh, wow. Like almost like you shouldn't be messing with the grave.
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of vibe.
exactly, exactly.
Whoa.
so I feel like there's a piece of my heart that agrees with that, and then there's another piece of my heart that thinks if you're gonna die at sea, you might as well get smushed in a submarine because it's pretty.
True. It's probably pretty quick death too.
It's pretty quick, and it's pretty like when people tell your story, they'll be like, he was a good man, he died at sea.
yeah. Yeah. Submarine CEO guy. Hopefully wanted to die at sea, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you get, he was
Captain
hey,
goes down with the ship.
he was in deep. You kind of already made that joke, though.
That's
So
okay.
anyway, that's the submarine story.
It was just as funny the next time around, buddy.
I want my own podcast.
This was officially the last Friends with Benedicts. You can
This is enemies
can
with
tune
Benedicts
in
from now on.
separately. You can tune in separately to what would your podcast be called if you had your own?
With Benedicts.
Ooh, and mine's just
Nothing. Friends.
mine would be the Nafer Schickle Show. No, mine
Don't,
would be
dude. Please don't do that.
mine would be the Nuck Pfeiffer Schickle Show.
Dude, you can't do that. I have intellectual property rights over Nuck Fiffle Schaefer. Oh, dude, that's so ice cold. And I don't think you're gonna like what we have to say about that over on the Duck Frake Jew podcast.
We just have separate podcasts and just subtly insult each other.
It's like the
for the rest of our
the
lives.
yeah, it's like the Vlog Brothers thing, but it was just like, hey Jake, just tuning in
Yeah.
to say I hate you.
Dear Schaefer, just writing to tell you that you're still a massive piece of shit. Hope your podcast is doing well. Heard nobody cares.
Bye. Maybe mine would be called The Real Last Avatar. Dude, they called it The Last Avatar.
No, The Last Airbender.
They called it The Last Airbender, and now they're coming out with it again? What?
That's like saying
It's kind of like, it's sort of like a gravesite, you know? That it was supposed to be the last Avatar Airbender. You just got to leave that kind of thing alone. Or else you get crushed in a soda can.
that's like saying Jesus rose again and they're making a movie about him rising again?
No, it's not, because the Bible isn't called the last Jesus.
Well, but if it was if it was called The Last Jesus, it would make sense because he was the last Jesus. And just because they make another movie about him, because Aang is the last airbender. He's the last airbender that exists. Well, until he had kids, and then there's more airbenders. But he was the last airbender until he wasn't.
All I'm saying is, it's like, yeah, I mean, they kind of did this with The Last Jedi too, didn't they? Or was it The Last Jedi? I don't know. I really didn't
I
pay
don't think
attention to
so.
that movie that
I
much.
think it was Return of the Jedi.
Oh. Return of the Last Jedi Part 1. I hate movies. Dude, I don't watch movies.
Yeah, that's true. For anyone that still cares, Schaefer has not seen Beau is Afraid.
No, I still
Probably
haven't.
won't. But there is a movie theater 1 block away from us here in Italy, so we could go see it in Italian.
I think that would be basically the best.
Yeah.
But we only have today left, and then we have to go back to work, and then we got to go back to Denver.
That's true. Darn.
It's over.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah, maybe we should talk about the next upload when that's going to be, because God only knows.
yeah, it'll probably be another week off
Yeah.
and then a week on. I would hope.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got another week of
You
daily
might be able
videos
to
coming
record
up,
one
so-
back in Zurich, though.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, maybe we'll be here. Maybe we won't.
Why
Whoa,
don't
my
you find out?
camera's overheating. How is it
I
overheating?
don't know. Mine was doing that yesterday, too, though.
Weird. Well,
Well,
any final apologies before we leave?
none to you, but
Yeah, me neither.
I'd like to apologize to the bad guy in The Incredibles because I cannot remember his name. Oh, well.
Man, I really thought I was going to get it just now.
I did too.
Darn.
Bozone.
Bozone. That would be good.
Yeah.
I apologize to everyone that knows that guy's name and is mad right now.
I'm sorry to everyone that tuned into my live stream.
Yep.
All right. Oh, what a
I'm sorry.
finish strong.
Oh, I'm genuinely sorry to the CEO Submarines family. And I'm sorry that we have a podcast.
I'm sorry that loser had it coming. I'm
All
sorry
right.
we have a podcast.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
You're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not you, Shafe. The
Not
people listening.
yeah, I was talking about everyone else actually.
All right. See ya.
Bye.